Just about set to start set one here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Devin Bright will serve, and the final match of day 2 of the Capital Credit Union Classic is underway. Ammeraal, swing, off-speed ball across. Green Bay will set it up. And rolled over by the freshman Katie Scholes, who had a double-digit kill performance last night.
Schultz does a nice job. I mean, she's a true freshman. She stepped in last night. She found some success, and she's starting off tonight the same way that she finished last night, getting a kill.
Banky serve. Central Michigan turned away. This time off speed, and they go off the block to even things up at 1 apiece. It was Christina Casson, the junior, who we highlighted in our broadcast open.
Yeah, really nice job by her coming out, putting a tip down. She really, really likes to swing on that right pin, so she's in her element right now.
Ali Gertiza, all-MAC second team selection last year, all freshman team in 2021. She'll serve. Green Bay controls it. Set up to Scholes again. Good back set and off the block. Central Michigan.
There's Casson again, this time off of a swing. See it here. Nice approach. Vandenberg's hands were just pointed out of bounds.
Gertiza serves again to the back row. Green Bay off speed from Vandenberg. A nice run to get things going here for Central Michigan. 3 consecutive points for CMU.
And that's 3 kills for Casson with 3 different shots. She tipped it, she swung hard, and then she rolled it. She's really keeping that Phoenix defense on their toes, not knowing what shot she's going to use.
Best corralled that serve in. Now here's Gertiza running the offense. Attack looked like it played long, but no, off the fingertips. It's 4 straight points for Central Michigan. What a start to set number 1.
Really nice job, and that's all been Casson. Here we go, we'll watch her again. Using those hands, gets the touch and the point.
Johnson swings. That time, they set it up for a pin to Vandenberg, and Vandenberg quiets the 4-0 Chippewa's run.
Nice shot by Vandenberg. She led the Phoenix in kills last night with 21. She really started to heat up in those final sets, and that's what we saw last night, so Green Bay was going to want to get her going right away tonight.
It is 4-2 Green Bay. Good swing to the near pin. Again, angled off the block. Central Michigan doing a good job early of using Green Bay's aggressiveness against them.
Yeah, really nice job using those hands. We were talking about how the block might affect this match, and right now Green Bay's block is just kind of sloppy. They're getting touches on the ball, but they're going out of bounds. So they need to press over the net and face their hands into the court.
Quick into the middle. Pullman rejected. Central Michigan using Green Bay's defensive aggressiveness against them, now showing their own defense.
Yeah, really nice block. We'll watch it here. That was all Brooklyn Connor. Just got up and extended and pressed over the net.
The Clemson transfer coming up big there. 4-point lead for CMU. Off the bright touch and dumped over. Central Michigan having their way early in set number 1.
That was really impressive there by Claire Ammeraal. Let's watch it. She disguised it so well. You only saw she was going up for the attack right when it happened, so Phoenix didn't get a lockup on her.
Brandon serves off the top of the net and kept alive. Good dig by Pullman, but Green Bay can't capitalize. And Abby Sutherland wants to talk things over.
Yeah, credit Green Bay for pushing it to 5 last night, but those first 2 sets were tough for them. So it was really nice to see them continue to push and never give up, but I'm sure they were hoping to get a little more ahead of it tonight.
Brandon serves, and we're back underway after the timeout. At the tape, Vandenberg. Good cross-court swing, rolled over by Gebhardt. Rejected is Green Bay. This time it's Paulman. Scholes. And Scholes goes down the line.
That was a really nice job by Schultz, but also her teammates, because we could hear them say line, line, line as she's going up to swing, and then she put it down the line, exactly where she needed to go.
Kennedy Schmitz will serve for Green Bay off the side out. On the slide, off the block, Central Michigan, a 6-point lead again.
Central Michigan's having some success over on that right pin, whether it was from Casson swinging on the right or the middles going on the slide. So those outside blockers need to really step it up for Green Bay and get some blocks on that.
Michigan with the dump. Green Bay not ready for it. The lead extended to 7 by the Chippewas. Gebhardt will serve for Green Bay, or excuse me, for Central Michigan. 12 aces this season. Good setup. They find Schrock, and Schrock tools the block.
Everything just seems to be going Central Michigan's way. Whatever attack they're putting, Green Bay's defense can't seem to get it up.
Largest lead of this first set now for CMU. It's 8. Right at the net. Johnson able to dump it over. That one somehow gets through from Hannah Vandenberg. Doesn't have to be pretty, but as long as it results in a point for Green Bay, they'll take it.
Yeah, and it wasn't super pretty. That wasn't a great set by Johnson, and Vandenberg just had to kind of get it over any way she could, but I think because Green Bay didn't even know what they were doing, how would Central Michigan know? So it just kind of caught them off guard.
The attack sails long. Green Bay now with back-to-back points. An attack error charged to Brooklyn Connor. Sets it up near pin, and that's pounded through by Lauren Schrock. Coming off a season last year where she made a career low 4 appearances. Heads up play by Vandenberg to lay off that. It just sails out for the service error. Managing errors is something that Central Michigan coach Mike Golick says he wants his team to improve on. Earlier this week, he said, we give away too many points. And as we saw last night, the service line can play a big factor whether you win or lose.
It does. It makes a huge difference. It's the, giving away free points and getting free points without having to work for them. So both teams are going to want to clean it up.
Off the slide, Green Bay stuffs it on the far antenna.
Really nice job there by Benke. I just touched on it earlier that Central Michigan was having some success over on that right pin. Benke stepped it up. She pushed over the net, had her hands pointed the right way towards the court, and gets the stuff.
Dumped over, clips the net, and it drops in. That's been really a microcosm of how this first set has gone for Central Michigan.
Yeah, everything seems to be going Central Michigan's way, and obviously quite the opposite for Green Bay. But it's still early.
Pushed out by Vandenberg as Green Bay controls. Kerpakis rejected. Off the block by Schrock. Great dig in the middle. And a nice finish on that far pin by CMU. That all set up, though, by the Ali Gertiza dig.
Beautiful dig. Gets it right to the setter so she can run whoever she wants to. And a really nice job by Cass in disguising that. You couldn't tell that it was a tip until right when she tipped it. So it still looked like she was going up for a huge swing. Really nice job. Caught Green Bay's defense on their toes.
Green Bay will burn their final timeout of set number 1. Chippewa is currently doubling up the home side. Earlier this week, Abby Sutherland talked about the little things with this Green Bay team. It's not necessarily about what we see on the court so much as about their attitude, about having good habits. Down by 7 early, you have to believe you can come back and chip away at this league.
Yep, and whether they truly believe it or not, you have to tell your teammates, we got this, we can do this. And that's what they're going to have to do, because this is far from over, this match and also this set.
Central Michigan has not taken a set from Green Bay since 2012 when they swept the Phoenix. It's been back-to-back wins in this series for UWGB. Tight at the net as they joust. Good set up into the middle and finished off there by Iverson-Ammeraal.
Great job there by Ammeraal, finding the opening on the court. Look at it. She pushed it to that right back where no one was. Vandenberg didn't have a chance to get to that where she was positioned in her middle back.
Johnson will swing it. Big swing there on that far antenna from Cora Banky. Banky had a productive night last night and picking up a kill here.
Yeah, really nice job by Banky. They need her to step up. She had 19 kills last night, just 2 behind Vandenberg. So they're going to want her to get going as well.
Ammeraal sets it up to Schrock. And Schrock goes around the block, finds a gap in the defense, and it's back to an 8-point advantage.
Beautiful job there by Schrock. She received that ball and serve receive. Perfect pass to her setter. Her setter gives it right back to her, rewards her for the good pass, and she smacked that one.
Set up to Scholes, rejected. She'll try her hand again, that time off the block. A great diving save by Gebhardt. Swung over to Scholes, and a whistle will result in a Green Bay point.
So they called Cass in the net.
Green Bay with the rejection. And CMU keeps it alive. Back to Kerpakis. Gebhardt tools the block.
Gebhardt just used the blocker's arms, hit it right off of her.
Central Michigan right now hitting .542 as a team. A vast improvement over their hitting percentage in the first set yesterday, minus .053.
Yeah, that is a big difference and one that Central Michigan is going to be very happy about.
Tapped across by CMU. It'll hit the hardwood and back to a 9-point lead for the Chippewas.
Nice job putting in the donut hole by Central Michigan.
Green Bay controls off the Gertiza serve. Tight at the net. Rolled across and turned away with Shell. Good dig there from Best. Tight angle, and it finds its way across regardless. Christina Casson there on that far antenna. That's a tough shot.
That was a really nice shot by Casson. Watch it here. She gets a full attack on that ball.
Best swings it over to Vandenberg, who is rejected in a big way by CMU.
Green Bay's offense just can't get anything going. They're out of system, which starts with the serve, receive, and the passes, but they just aren't in a rhythm. They just can't seem to get that going.
Vandenberg will come out. Grace Holshoe, the sophomore, will appear for the first time this evening. Keep in mind, Green Bay, no timeouts left in this opening set, so no way to try to break up the momentum for CMU.
Yeah, Green Bay's on their own for the rest of this one. So Coach Sutherland's just going to try to get a couple new players in there, see what they can do, but it's hard when your passes look like that.
Everything going Central Michigan's way. Now 4 away from taking set 1. Ortiz's serve sails long, and Green Bay can finally breathe a sigh of relief as Best will rotate around to serve. The Indiana State transfer. Two digs last night for Best. Good setup from Ammeraal, but Green Bay, well-timed block. Tiffany Pullman in on that one.
Nice job there by Pullman, but that was a pretty tough swing for Casson. Her setter was running all the way on the opposite end of the court, pushed it in the back set to her, and she was kind of pulled in towards the middle of the court.
Quick swing into the middle. Old shoe. This one goes tight to the net. A thunderous kill from the near side.
Another substitution for Green Bay.
Johankman will come in. Saw her in just a single set last night. Had 1 kill on 5 attacks. 11-point lead for CMU, who serves. A good setup on the slide finds Danny Lynn Shell, the senior, who puts that away.
Nice job by Shell making the most of her opportunity. See her on the right side. Nice angle.
Controlled by Gertiza off the serve. Now off-speed ball from Gebhardt. Behind the tape, rolls up there on Kendall Shara. And that will be an attack error for Green Bay. When you're already in a large hole like this, errors like that do not help.
No, they don't. You just have to get it over the net at this point and try to hope that your defense digs one up when Central Michigan puts it back over and that you get a better swing on it, but that's tough.
Best controls the service. Great diving dig from the back row by Shara. Set up to Schrock. Free ball. Set point, Central Michigan.
Nice job by Green Bay's defense. Shara and Kennedy Schmitz got in on that, picking up some tough passes, but you can only do that so much before Central Michigan finally terminates when you've got balls hanging over the net like that.
Johnson sets it up to Olshu. Now Schrock goes off speed. Dumped across, and Central Michigan will take set number 1 in a big way. Finished off by Iverson-Ammeraal, the All-MAC first-teamer last year. Chippewas run away with it by 13 points in the first set. CMU hits a robust 472 in the opening frame.
It'll be interesting to see on this set who comes out and gets some time for Green Bay, because Coach Sutherland really switched up there. Towards the end of that set, she had 4 new players that didn't start the set and weren't in the rotation with the setter and the libero. So she's not afraid to switch it up and see who's hot at any given moment.
Johnson serves. We're back underway for set 2. And set 2 starts how set 1 ended. A Central Michigan kill. That one set up by Devin Bright and finished off by Caleb Brandon.
They're just on fire right now. Green Bay can't stop them. They'll start up at the net, trying to get a touch on some balls, and then the defense has to communicate and just try to pick up and be as scrappy as they can.
Pounded through the block by Cora Benke. A good response for the Phoenix.
I think Green Bay really has to look to get Vandenberg and Benke going. They were the ones that emerged last night when Green Bay finally got into the game.
Tapped across on that far antenna. Johnson. Tight at the net here for CMU. In the middle, Vandenberg. Right to left, angled off the block. Central Michigan will take the point.
She went off of Shell's hands here. So Shell is starting this set in place of Katie Schultz. So as we see, Coach Sutherland mixes it up, but Shell just didn't get that one.
A service ace for Caleb Brandon. Came in with just 3 to this tournament, now picks up her first of the evening.
Nice serve, going right at Green Bay's libero, and that's tough. You never want your receiving and specialist to get aced.
Johnson will set it up in the middle, and Central Michigan not ready for it. They single out Caleb Brandon. It's a Green Bay point to pull the Phoenix back within 1.
Nice job by Kerpakis there. Johnson set her up on a quick little shoot set. Kerpakis was strong at the net last night blocking in the last 3 sets, but she didn't really get going swinging, so that's a welcome sign.
Tried to terminate there and could not, as Ammeraal fires it into her own net. Green Bay able to pull even thanks to the error from CMU.
And they'll take the points anyway at this point. So, nice job by Ammeraal. She was trying to go back to something that worked in the first set, and I'm sure we'll see it again tonight.
Right, thought it was sailing out. Instead, it's a service ace for the Phoenix, who charged all the way back to take a 1-point lead.
Really nice serve there. She placed that right in the corner, right in front of the official with the flag.
That's a welcome sign for Green Bay. Took till the 3rd set to pick up their first ace last night. That gets pounded through the block. Gebhardt now with 4 kills on 9 attacks, hitting .444. Green Bay struggles with the service. Another ace for CMU.
Just when it seemed like Green Bay was coming, they were in this. Now things starting to fall apart. He gets aced. Still very early though. They have time to clean this up.
Free ball opportunity capitalized on by CMU. And a quick 3-0 burst from the Chippewas have given them a little bit of breathing room now.
Yeah, and it looks like they're subbing Shell out in place of Schultz. But it doesn't matter what that pin hitter is doing if Green Bay can't get their pass up. So
Johnson will set it up for the far pin, and it's finished off. Katie Scholes will immediately sub out after getting this kill. She's been impressive in limited appearances this season.
yeah, really nice job. She's made the most out of her opportunities, even just coming in for one rotation there, and she gets the kill.
Ammeraal will flick it into the middle. That finds Brooklyn Connor, who finishes that.
That was a really nice job by Iverson-Ammeraal. It almost looked like she was going to go up and, we'll watch her here, go for that swing. You see Vandenberg and Pullman went up with her as if she was going to swing, but nice job faking it and getting it to her hitter, which then meant that her hitter had a clean swing because the block was already jumping with the setter.
Serve controlled by Best. Now here's Pullman. They go right to left. Green Bay has it off the joust. Back to Vandenberg. Again, quick into the middle. Green Bay ready that time. Vandenberg again, that time able to blast it through the block attempt.
Nice job there by Vandenberg, finally terminating for her team. They played defense, they picked up a couple tips, and finally Vandenberg gets it done, gets the ball to hit the floor.
A service error from Vandenberg will undo the kill and push it back to a 2-point lead for CMU. That goes back to what Abby Sutherland for Green Bay talked about this week. She really wanted to use this home tournament as a way to hit the reset button, figure out who this team was heading into Horizon League play, and through one match and now this, I think they've answered some questions but still have many remaining.
Yeah, I think last night showed that the team has no quit. They're always going to fight, but we'll see what happens tonight. The first set was a disaster for Green Bay, and here they are within one early, so it looks like they're never going to stop playing, which you can't ask for much more as a coach.
Green Bay will get the point, and Kennedy Schmitz will come in to serve. Good setup from Ammeraal. That finds its way through from Lauren Schrock. Schrock will pick up her 5th kill, 3 digs, smacking 6:25 tonight as she heads to the bench. Johnson with the dump. Couldn't keep it in the lines of play. A 3-point advantage now for Central Michigan. Match is the largest they've had in this set. Devin Bright, the transfer from Nichols State. Well, pick up a service ace. She's been strong on the service line this season. 22 aces entering this tournament.
Those are some pretty nice numbers. She has a tough serve. Green Bay's really struggled in their receiving tonight. Another overpass. Nice job to pick it up.
Crossed by Banky and now controlled here by CMU. Turned away by Green Bay. Banky again, this time off the block. And Cora Banky will get the kill.
Again, nice job by Banky there, stepping up. We saw Vandenberg in the previous rotation step up. Those outside hitters are what Green Bay needs to get going. That's their strongest. Banky is their strongest hitter in the rotation right now with the true freshman Schultz and Kerpakis in the middle. Emma Johnson's strongest option to go to right now is Banky.
A service ace for the aforementioned Emma Johnson. Just like that, the lead for CMU whittled down to 2. And Johnson will serve again. Back-to-back aces for Green Bay. The Phoenix continuing to fight.
Yeah, they did not give up. They haven't given up, and Johnson has a really nice serve. It's a jump serve. She gets it over, and it kind of just drops when it goes over the net.
Behind the tape and pushed across by Gebhardt. Double touch. And it's all even at 11.
Volleyball is such a game of momentum, and right now Green Bay just snatched that momentum just off of serving. So we'll see if they can keep that and string together some more points.
Ammeraal off the back set, rejected as Casson. Green Bay has stormed all the way back to take the lead, and Mike Golick needs time.
This was all Banky. Kerpakis was late there to close that block, but it didn't matter because Banky took care of it herself. Really nice job. You can see how fired up Green Bay is right now.
Back here inside the Crest Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're back underway for set 2. Loading up is Maddie Gebhardt. A tough angle, maybe too tough, as that sails out.
Yeah, good idea. Just didn't execute it, and right now Central Michigan needs to stop this Green Bay run. It's all really starting at the service line with Johnson. She's serving tough right now.
Nice find into the middle. Maidendorf, but couldn't keep it in. You mentioned the service line. It's also the errors for Central Michigan right now. Something that's an area of emphasis for Golick and this coaching staff.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not happy right now because as much as Central Michigan does not want to give away free points, that's what they're doing right now.
Over to Banky. Great diving dig there from Devin Wright. CMU a little out of system, able to get it across. And Schultz responds on the far pin.
This has been a complete turnaround. It's like this Green Bay team of the last few points is what we saw from Central Michigan in the first set. And the same way for Central Michigan. Now they're the team that's out of sorts, out of rhythm. So, again, it's all about momentum, and Green Bay has it all right now.
Schultz with 5 kills on 10 swings. Good for a 500 hit percentage right now. Coming into this tournament, King Schultz, the freshman, just 13 sets played. Nice find to Maidendorf, who finally stops the Green Bay run and gets Central Michigan a much-needed serve.
Much needed. They were struggling there, and finally they get the serve. They're going to look to now go on their own run.
Swings it right to left. Loading up, here's Gebhardt. Turned away. Green Bay's defense at the front of the net has been impressive. 3 blocks already.
Nice job there by Banky and Kerpakis. See it here. That was all Kerpakis. We've talked about it. She's really come alive blocking. She did last night. So she can get her swing going too. She's going to be unstoppable.
Chippewas out of system. Here's Scholes. Point will go to Green Bay. A valiant effort there by Maddie Gebhardt.
Really nice effort, not giving up. She ran all the way around the net, but she crossed that center line, so out of play.
Match series, so to speak, with Ball State on the road. 3 straight road matches to open MAC play.
Yeah, that's tough, and I'm sure Central Michigan wants to come out of here this tournament with as many wins as possible before heading into conference play in that tough stretch.
Good swing going down the line as Casson keeps it in, and Central Michigan will have the serve off the side out.
Really nice job coming out of that timeout and getting the ball to the hitter that has consistently gotten it done. She had such a good start to set 1, and she's quieted down a little bit, but that was a beautiful swing right down the line.
Green Bay receives Brandon's serve. Cross-court kill for Hannah Vandenberg.
Nice job finding that open spot on the court. Central Michigan's libero thought it was out. She didn't even really go for it, but she just didn't know exactly where she was on the court. She thought she was closer to the line than she really was.
Sophomore Emma Best serves. Left across by Ammeraal. There's Vandenberg again. Loading up there was Vandenberg. Took something off it. Now on the slide. Central Michigan beats the block. Hadn't seen Linnea Wheeler much this season. Only 8 sets played coming into the tournament, but gets the kill. Back-to-back points for CMU. Trying to stage a little bit of a comeback here.
Yeah, that was just an odd possession there for Green Bay.
Vandenberg, big swing. Did not touch on its way across, sails out. It's 3 straight points now for CMU.
Together.
Back underway thanks to the Gebhardt serve. Ammeraal loads up and finishes.
She is so good at that. Just knows exactly when to do it, where to place it. That's a lot tougher than it looks.
Chippewas back within 1. Now even at 18. Another service ace. CMU's 4th of the night.
Yeah, and it's between Benke and Vandenberg. She served it in the seam between them, caused some confusion, which is, I'm sure, where Central Michigan's going to keep going in this rotation, because both Benke and Vandenberg have struggled a little bit receiving tonight. Right back at him again.
Johnson, quick set. Ammeraal will swing it. Schrock angles it off the block. Central Michigan has stormed back to take the lead. Abby Sutherland will burn her final timeout. What an effort for the Chippewas. Aren't many 5-phase players like her, tall lefty setters who are athletic and agile. She really does everything.
She does. She's really fun to watch because she uses all the tools in her toolbox.
Another rejection. Scratch that, angled off the block, I should say, and even at 19.
And again, it's Schultz making the most of that opportunity any playing time she gets.
Gardner's serve in the net. An error will give CMU the service and the point. Kate. Her serve handled by Green Bay. Vandenberg can't get it through the block. A 2-point advantage for CMU.
Really nice job there by CMU.
Kate, the West Virginia transfer, serves again. Now Johnson, big swing coming from Vandenberg. Had to take something off it. Johnson with the dump. Successful. That Chippewa defense not ready for it.
Really nice job there by Johnson. A nice job disguising it. It looks right there. She's going to go up and set it, but she just sets it over the net, set it to her hitters, and I think she learned a lot from Callie Gentry because that is something Callie Gentry loves to do and is very successful at that.
Central Michigan trying to come from behind to take a 2-0 lead in the match. Vandenberg serves. Overset there. Off the slide, they find Pullman, and Tiffany Pullman evens things up at 21.
Yeah, she's been quiet tonight. This is one of the first times that we've called her names, but it couldn't come at a more opportune time for Pullman in the Phoenix. She loves that slide. She's so good at it. Really nice job.
Rock pushes it back to the middle. It leaks across. Both teams playing out of system right now. Banky off the block. Ammeraal. It touches down. Claire Ammeraal with the kill. Another example of how she can just do everything.
She does. It's just so fun to watch her because you never know. Is she going to set it to her hitters or is she going to swing and take care of it herself? And she actually swung another pretty good swing earlier in that play. And
Johnson sets it up for Pullman. Ammeraal into the middle. Finds Maidendorf. That hits the hardwood. 2 away is CMU from a 2-0 lead.
CMU's really come back, found that rhythm that they were lacking in that run that Green Bay went on, and they seem like they're finding it again.
Johnson goes cross court on that swing. Green Bay staves off a CMU set point. The Phoenix will have the serve. Schmitz, the freshman, a service error at an inopportune time makes it set point CMU.
That's tough. It's hard to come in and try to get that serve, try to looking for an ace, and it ends up being an error.
Find Banky, who goes cross court.
This is exactly what Green Bay needed. Smart set from Johnson. She knew Banky was the strongest weapon she had. Delivered a perfect ball to her, and Banky took care of it.
Set point number 2 for CMU. Behind the tape, sent across by Gebhardt. Into the middle, Kirpakis. A quick setup from Johnson, and Ellie Kirpakis finishes.
Really nice time for Kirpakis to find her swing.
Kirpakis had a career-high 13 kills against South Alabama. Picks up her second tonight. Ammeraal finds Casson, who's rejected. Johnson will run the offense. Banky rolls it across. Loading up there is Gebhardt, and it touches down. Back to set point once again for CMU.
CMU had a couple scrappy pickups on that. It was really nice defensive effort to then finally set up a nice attack.
Interestingly enough, we have yet to see Abby Olin, the redshirt sophomore middle blocker, as that sails long on a service for an error. Olin came into this tournament 28th in the country in blocks. She is on the CMU sideline, but has not played yet tonight. Played 4 sets yesterday.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Just trying a different rotation.
Even at 25, as Ammeraal sets it up for Casson. A roll shot from Casson. Drops in.
Nice job by Casson switching it up. Smart decision by Ammeraal to use the best weapon she had. Nice job by Casson recognizing Green Bay is waiting for me to just unload on this one and tipping it over.
Caleb Brandon, former JUCO All-Region pick, serves. Off the slide to Karpakis. That'll drop for a Central Michigan point, and that will give them set number 2. Like we said earlier, doesn't always have to be pretty, but if it gets you the point and the win, you'll take it. 27-25, CMU, a stranglehold 2-0 lead in the match.
They have. Yeah, so we'll see if they can keep it going in set 3. We'll see if Green Bay has that fight that they had in them last night to push this to another set and possibly a set 5.
Ammeraal swings a huge swing there from Maddie Gebhardt, and a good way to start set number 3. The same way they started the first 2 with a kill.
Nice job there by Gebhardt. It's really nice when Ammeraal has Gebhardt and Casson in the front row. That's a deadly combo. Who's it going to?
Even at 1 off the service error. Tight as the net for Ammeraal. Now Johnson sets it up. Finds Pullman, the tip across. A successful play for Green Bay.
Nice court awareness by Pullman, seeing where Central Michigan wasn't. Just kind of caught Ammeraal and Casson.
Tape, here's Gebhardt. Johnson. Coleman was turned away. Options here for Ammeraal. Tees up. Over to Ammeraal. Rejected is Christina Casson. That Green Bay defense at times really slamming the door shut.
Really nice job. That was Banky again. She had a couple blocks.
4th block of the match for Green Bay. 3 straight points. Gebhardt making 4 straight for Green Bay. Fifth straight serve coming here for Emma Best. Rolled over by Gebhardt and dumped across by Johnson. Far side attack. Casson gets it across. They joust for it in Green Bay with their 5th straight point thanks to Tiffany Pullman.
Credit Green Bay, down 0-2. They're coming out here in set 3 fighting. Middle just completely mistimed that.
Out to Gebhardt again. Goes cross court on the attack. Banky off the block. Into the middle. Tools the block. Ellie Maidendorf.
Nice job there by Maidendorf coming back after that play at that net that she probably would like back. Coming out, getting a kill.
Johnson sets it up to Pullman. Banky turned away, but angled off the block. A Green Bay point to extend the lead back to 4. Assists tonight for Johnson, 4 digs. Good setup there. And an overpass by Green Bay. Tight angle on that far antenna, but it finds the space.
Nice swing there from Casson. She's really good at hitting that angle shot off that right pin.
That's 10 kills now for Casson on 21 swings. He sets it up to Scholes. That'll work for the Phoenix.
That was a really nice job by Schultz because that ball was hanging in the air forever from Benke, and that's hard timing.
I love the reaction from them, just the shrug. Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, they'll take any point they can get right now down 0-2.
Service error for Cora Benke will give it back to Central Michigan. This is back-to-back sets now that CMU opened with a point, now finds themselves in a slight deficit, having to battle back as Scholes cranks that one, and it gets through.
Looks like Coach Sutherland's going to bring in Shar to serve.
Fired over and controlled by CMU. Off the slide, it was Brooklyn Connor who puts that away. Her 6th kill of the night, just 1 attack error, a .417 hitting percentage. Johnson sets it up to Kirpakis, tipped over, and Ellie Kirpakis, her 3rd kill of the night.
It's a nice tip there by Kirpakis.
Gardner with the service call. 11 aces coming into this tournament. Floated over, and another service ace for Green Bay, their 4th tonight. Moisture to mop up on the floor. With MAC play coming up, looking at the Mid-American Conference as a whole, Buffalo has really jumped out to a good start, 8-1 entering this week, tied for the 17th best mark of any team in the country, picked 4th in the MAC East poll after a 19-14 year last year. They've only lost 8 sets all season long entering this weekend.
It's impressive.
As that smack back home for Iverson-Ammeraal. Talk so much about the CMU defense. Buffalo's defense 39th in the country in opponent hitting percentage, which leads the MAC.
Now it's important to point out that Ammeraal in the back row now, so we won't see her swinging up at the net as much because she can't jump.
Knuckleballed over by Vandenberg, but it got through. Extends the lead back to 5 for Green Bay. It's the touch. They're going to find Schrock. And Lauren Schrock finishes it. The 42nd kill for Central Michigan as a team. And it gets them back within 4.
This is kind of the same position that we saw these two teams in the last set. So we'll see if Central Michigan can go on a run or if Green Bay will hold their lead.
Johnson will set it up to Kirkakis. Jousting for it, and CMU will reset. Got it through the block. Green Bay couldn't recover. Within 3 are the Chippewas.
This is a pretty strong rotation for Central Michigan in the front row. They've got Casson and Gebhard.
Again, they joust for it. This time Green Bay will reset. There's Banky. That's a great dig from Gertiza. And it results in a CMU point to bring them within 2. All of that made possible by the dig from Ali Gertiza.
She's really hitting the floor and diving for everything she can get her hands on. It's nice then when her hitters reward her for that hard work with the point.
Right service sails long.
That's tough because it seemed like Central Michigan was gaining that momentum back, and that kind of stalls it, but we'll see how they respond here.
That's 5 service errors tonight for Central Michigan. They'll look to best for the serve for Green Bay. Off the Ammeraal touch, rolled over. Here's Banky, off speed. For a Banky.
This is a nice setup by the Phoenix offense. Banky came in and picked up that roll, and then she was already pulled in towards the middle of the court, and Johnson just set her up there with a quick 1 ball in the middle. She got it done.
Strong serve there from Best. As CMU a little out of system. Quick setup into the middle. Tiffany Coleman does the rest. Timeout taken by Central Michigan. Tiffany Pullman, just 3 kills tonight, but making them count when it matters.
Yeah, I'm sure Green Bay wants to get her involved more.
We'll head to break on ESPN Plus and return. Point lead for Green Bay, who will serve coming out of the CMU timeout. That far pin over set, finds its way out. CMU within 4.
Nice job coming out of the timeout, getting the ball to your strongest hitter. Nice job by Casson.
Mike Golick said he wants his team to play a gas-it-out mentality, really go for it every time. He wants to see them take big swings, and it's paid off tonight.
It has. They have been swinging hard at the ball, and they've also been using all the different shots.
A whistle will bring that point to a close, and it goes in favor of CMU. It looked like they got Banky for being in the net on that block attempt.
And that's tough if you're Core Banky, if you're just trying to... Oh, yep, there, she touched it right there.
Holman will tap it across. Now loading up, no, off speed there from Casson. Miscommunication between Bright and Ammeraal.
Looks like Ammeraal was calling for help on that ball. It was just a miscommunication.
Johnson with the serve. 4 aces tonight for Green Bay. Just gotten across by Bright. And Coleman, off the quick setup, a strong kill for Tiffany Coleman for her 4th.
I think Green Bay is really going to look to try to get her going. Nice, strong swing there.
Just went around the block as Johnson serves again. Turned away is Casson. Another rejection for Green Bay, their 5th. Phoenix 87th in the country in total blocks, and you see why.
Yeah, when they're playing strong up at the net, they're on fire.
That's 3 straight points for the Green Bay Phoenix to extend it to a 6-point lead, and CMU will burn another timeout.
Beautiful. Picture perfect block there from Banky and Coleman.
Phoenix trying to extend this match, take their first set and send it to 4. We saw last night what happened when Green Bay took that 3rd set. It spurred a really strong comeback that fell quite literally 2 points short.
Yeah, that's tough for Green Bay because you love to see the comeback, but it sucks to lose in that fashion after you battle back. But we know that Green Bay's never going to quit. So I'm sure Coach Sutherland is saying, let's finish this right now, push it to 4, and then push it to 5.
If you're Central Michigan, what are some things you're looking to correct in that timeout?
I think communication. They've had a couple balls drop. They're going to want to clean up their service errors and just keep attacking the ball. When they hit it hard and they place it in spots that they're trying to place it in, it's pretty hard to stop them.
Back underway after the CMU timeout. There's Amaral. Amaral will swing it tight to the net. And Scholl smacks it back over. In the middle, and that was Brooklyn Connor, the Clemson transfer. Just a little dink, and it was enough.
Yeah, and you saw Ammeraal, she kind of took a deep breath there, like, oh, thank God that one's over, because that was pretty messy, but luckily for CMU, they got something just to work.
Service error for Kayla Brandon, the Parkland transfer, the 6th error of the night for CMU. Side out, we'll give it to Cora Banky and Green Bay for the serve. Amaral on the slide finds Brooklyn Connor. Couldn't keep it in the lines, and that will be a Green Bay point. Lead up to 7 now for the Phoenix.
CMU is just kind of killing themselves right now with those errors.
4 errors in this set alone. Tight at the net and turned away. Amaral sets it up again to Gebhardt, and it hit the pin. It will be a Green Bay point.
That was a really nice job, too, there by Green Bay. Ammeraal took a swing on that one like we've seen her be successful with so many times tonight, but they were ready for it. They blocked it.
A 3-0 run for Green Bay. All 3 points have come from CMU errors. With the back set, able to find Connor, who finishes the off-speed shot for yet another kill. Now 8 kills tonight for Brooklyn Connor.
Quiet 8.
Gebhardt will rotate around to serve. 12 kills earlier this year against Evansville. And now a service ace. A much needed point at that for CMU. The service line has really been a strength this season for CMU. As we see the ace again, 6th in the country entering this weekend in total service aces.
Yeah, they're aggressive at the service line. It pays off.
Tiza sets it up for Ammeraal, who angles it off the block. Claire Ammeraal showing the full repertoire tonight. 8 kills on 15 swings. Already a double-double, 35 assists, 10 digs. And Green Bay says, we've seen enough.
Yeah, that was just really impressive again by Ammeraal, because so many teams wish that they would be able to set their setter up when they're in the front row rotation and get a swing like that. She looks like an outside hitter, like hitting is what she specializes in, but really nice job there.
And that goes back to what Mike Golick said this week about her. He really believes that there's not another player like Claire Ammeraal, not only in his conference, but in college volleyball as a whole. And he may have a point there. There aren't many lanky, lengthy setters like Ammeraal that are athletic that can do the things that she does.
Yeah, she brings a lot to this team. There are not many like her.
Ammeraal played all 116 sets last year, had the 8th most triple doubles in the country a season ago.
Which is not a surprise when you watch her play.
This is her 9th straight match now with 30 or more assists. That's 35 tonight for number 13 there in the middle of your screen. I have bad news for any MAC fans that might be watching this that aren't CMU fans. She's only a sophomore. You've got a lot longer to deal with her in this conference.
That's even more impressive.
Serve sails long, and error pulls Green Bay 4 points closer to snatching their first set.
Again, back to those errors. They've been killing the Chippewas.
Streaking in is Schrock, and Lauren Schrock will finish it. 8 kills for her. Talk about a quiet 8 for Connor. A quiet 8 for Schrock.
Yeah, we've really been focusing on Gebhardt and Casson, but this was a really impressive swing. That set pulled her all the way into the middle of the court, and it was pretty high, so again, that timing is pretty difficult to judge while the ball's in the air. Really nice job.
That's 12 for Casson, 8 for Ammeraal, 8 for Schrock, 8 for Connor. Smacked back over by Katie Scholes. No, scratch that, Ellie Karpakis, and it went out. Another point for CMU. Don't look now, but the Chippewas within 4 here late in this set.
Yeah, it's do or die right now. They don't have much breathing room with Green Bay already at 21, but another point closer.
An ace for CMU. That's now 6 of the last 7 points that have gone the way of the Chippewas. Fire up Chips, well, they're fired up. Serve again, it's Duquesne. Free ball, tap back over. It is all CMU right now. That's 7 of the last 8 points that have gone to the maroon and gold.
And again, it was all the serve. Served it at Benke, it's an overpass, and the block takes care of it right up to the net.
Best controls the CMU serve. Schultz, and a deep dig there for CMU. Pounded through by Lauren Schrock. That's 9 kills now for Schrock, and CMU within 1.
Nice dig. Pulled into the middle of the court. Still finds those hands.
Serve hauled in by Vandenberg. They find Karpakis, and Ellie Karpakis finally stops the run. It was 5 straight points for CMU, and Green Bay back in front by 2.
It's a big swing from Ellie Karpakis. Much needed.
4 kills on 9 swings tonight for Karpakis, 2 block assists. Gardner, the junior Wisconsin native. Ammeraal to the near pin, tapped over by Schrock. At the tape, Vandenberg. Swung again, that time Green Bay with the rejection. A well-timed block by the Phoenix front line.
Yeah, nice job by Karpakis. We've talked about how she's been really strong up at the net blocking.
Serve from Gardner, controlled by the Chippewas. Here's Schrock, turned away. It is set point Green Bay.
Nice job by Green Bay. We touched on CMU went on that run, but they've come out of that timeout, kept pushing. Here they are, find themselves at set point.
It's the never give up attitude that Abby Sutherland wants to see out of this team. On set point, Gardner fires it into the net. And that's one of those little things that Green Bay still needs to work on cleaning up. You cannot give away a point like that.
No, especially on set point, and when you're down 2-0 to a team that will take any inch that you give them and use it to start a run for themselves.
It's a 3-0 Green Bay run. Johnson, Vandenberg, great dig by Gertiza. Johnson again, here's Karpakis. Schrock, off the block. Back-to-back points for CMU, who is within 3.
Nice job using those hands. Schrock was pulled pretty close to that net. She was tight, but she did exactly what she needed to do, use the blocker's hands to her advantage.
Johnson finds Karpakis on the slide. It goes out, and Central Michigan within 1.
See, they need one more here. Tie it up. And if you're Green Bay right now, you're thinking just 1 point. We just need one, any way possible.
Ammeraal serve finds best. Vandenberg loads up. Here's Schrock, off the block, even at 24.
Looked like there was some confusion that we thought a timeout might have been called.
Even at 24 as Ammeraal serves. Here's Vandenberg rejected. She'll go back to the well. Nice find to Casson and a good finish. Set up there by Claire Ammeraal again. 38 helpers.
It's just so fun to watch her. I was watching and I was like, is she going to dump this over? Is she going to swing herself? She set it up to Casson.
On set point. And rejected. Central Michigan sweeps Green Bay in a come from behind effort in the 3rd set.
Wow. That was Green Bay's for the taking. And credit Central Michigan for not giving up, but that's deflating if you're Green Bay, thinking this one's our set, we're going to push it to 4, and just could not get it done.
Green Bay had 4 consecutive set points, and Central Michigan staved off each one of them. Came all the way back, and they take it in 3. CMU improves to 6-5 overall. They will face South Dakota in the final match tomorrow,